What do you know about bile stasis? Today, we'll explore bile stasis from 5 critical perspectives. 1. Understanding what it is. 2. Examining its causes. 3. Considering the dangers it presents. 4. Identifying the symptoms to look out for. 5. Discussing treatment methods. Bile, a greenish fluid produced in the liver, is essential for normal digestion. It helps to remove toxins and excess cholesterol from the body. How is bile formed and stored? Bile mainly consists of water and bile acids, and also includes cholesterol, bilirubin, some metals, and toxins. All the bile in the body is produced in the liver, while the gallbladder acts merely as a reservoir for its storage and concentration. An adult's liver produces about 400 to 800 milliliters of bile daily, while the maximum volume of the gallbladder is only about 60 milliliters. How does bile reach the intestine? The liver continuously produces bile 24 hours a day. When food enters the gastrointestinal tract, the liver and gallbladder start releasing bile into the duodenum through the bile ducts, and the major duodenal papilla, where it mixes with food. Why is bile important? Bile, a crucial fluid in our body, has many essential roles. It breaks down fats into tiny particles, making them easier for our bodies to absorb. Without bile, these fats would pass through our intestines without being digested. It keeps our small intestine moving, reduces stomach acid to prevent ulcers in the duodenum, and helps digest proteins. Additionally, bile takes care of removing cholesterol, bilirubin, and certain toxins that our kidneys can't filter out, including metals like copper, zinc, lead, magnesium, and mercury. Lastly, bile acids help eliminate harmful bacteria in our food. Why does bile stasis occur? Bile stasis is a condition where bile stops flowing from the gallbladder or is secreted in insufficient quantities. This can happen for several reasons. Primary causes of bile stasis often include congenital irregularities in the structure of the gallbladder and its associated ducts. Additionally, bile flow obstruction can arise from acquired conditions like cysts and gallstones, which disrupt the normal pathways of bile movement. Dietary habits. Eating habits play a significant role in bile flow. High intake of fatty foods and alcohol, along with inconsistent eating schedules, can negatively influence the normal movement of bile. Lifestyle. A sedentary lifestyle also negatively impacts bile flow, slowing down the body's natural processes. Thyroid dysfunction. The fourth reason is thyroid gland malfunctions, which can alter the composition of bile, leading to its thickening. Stress. Finally, stress plays a significant role. It can lead to muscle spasms in the bile ducts, blocking the flow of bile. How does bile stasis manifest? Bitter taste in mouth. The initial indication of this condition is a persistent bitter sensation in the mouth, often caused by bile refluxing into the stomach. Frequent belching. The second sign is frequent belching, which occurs regardless of the type of food consumed. Heartburn. The third symptom is heartburn. A burning sensation in the stomach indicates disrupted digestion, which is also influenced by bile. Pain in the right rib area. Initially, it might be mild and nagging, or just slight discomfort. As the condition progresses, this pain can become more severe, often leading to sharp, intense attacks. Abdominal bloating. The fifth symptom is abdominal bloating. Increased gas formation occurs due to an imbalance in intestinal microflora and insufficiently efficient food digestion. Nausea. Nausea, similar to belching, is not necessarily linked to food poisoning and may happen regardless of meal consumption. In more severe instances, this nausea can escalate to vomiting. Bile stasis, if left untreated, can lead to a range of serious health issues. Initially, a person may experience symptoms like constant weakness, irritability, and sleepiness. However, as the condition progresses, more severe symptoms can develop, including bone fragility, weight loss, jaundice of the skin and eyes, dark urine, and discolored stool. These symptoms highlight the critical nature of timely treatment and management of bile stasis. The gallbladder's role goes beyond just storing bile. It also concentrates the bile by extracting water. The longer bile remains in the gallbladder, the higher the concentration of bile acids, cholesterol, and bilirubin becomes. Continuous bile stasis leads to the formation of what's known as biliary sludge, which consists of cholesterol, calcium, and bilirubin crystals. Over time, these crystals accumulate and form gallstones, a condition referred to as gallstone disease. Gallstones can obstruct the bile ducts, causing severe pain in the right rib area and exacerbating the bile stasis. This condition is more common in women, with gallstones being several times more prevalent than in men. The progression of gallstone disease can lead to serious complications such as gallbladder cancer, hepatitis, and pancreonecrosis. In advanced stages, gallstone disease may evolve into cholecystitis, potentially leading to further complications like peritonitis, gangrene, and perforation of the gallbladder. How to treat bile stasis? The first step in treating bile stasis is to normalize your diet. This means eliminating fried and fatty foods, including fatty meats. It's also essential to get rid of harmful habits. Exclude smoked foods, legumes, carbonated drinks, and any products containing oxalic acid from your diet. Instead, increase the intake of beneficial fatty acids present in vegetables, linseed, olive oils, and fruits. Among meat products, opt for lean cuts and frequently replace meat with fish. It's important to eat small portions 5 to 6 times a day and drink plenty of water to maintain a lower bile density. In advanced cases of the disease, diet alone won't solve the problem. Based on examination results, doctors will decide on the methods to eliminate bile stasis. The simplest option is prescribing medications that improve bile flow. However, in advanced cases, this may be insufficient and surgical intervention might be necessary. Laparoscopic techniques are employed to remove stones or expand bile ducts. In critical situations, complete removal of the gallbladder may be necessary, particularly if it is filled with stones and cannot function normally. To prevent your gallbladder's condition from reaching such a critical stage, it's crucial to closely monitor your health. If you notice any of the symptoms of bile stasis, don't delay visiting a doctor. Timely diagnosis allows for normalizing gallbladder function with diet and simple medications. Have you ever faced the problem of bile stasis? How did you solve it? Share your experience in the comments and subscribe to our channel.